What's going on, guys? It's Spidey, and today I'm going to show you the best Warzone settings, best multiplayer settings for an intermediate player. This is not settings, or even for a beginner. For a beginner. These settings will help you, and I'm going to show you them right now. You want to have mini-map on square, because as you can see in this picture, the square covers more ground in more square inches, in square feet, on the square mini-map. So in this mini-map, you will have players on a location which will be revealed that wouldn't be revealed on circle. So that is a game changer. That is the first thing I would change, and that's what I would absolutely take with me if I didn't already have that setting enabled. So world motion blur is kind of to like over exaggerate how badass your movements are, and they want to make it realistic, and it's just making it blurrier. You're gonna have more deaths. You're gonna have a harder time seeing people with the quickness. It's not gonna be very easy with world motion blur on. So as you can see on the right picture, it's gonna make it very like life realistic, because when you turn really quick, you can't really see everything. But when you have this disabled and you turn, you can see everything very quickly, and it's blur free and it's completely clear. So you want to have weapon motion blur and world motion blur off, and these things will give you a clear view and you're gonna have better sight and better focusing skills with these three settings changed. Okay, now whenever you go into your settings, you're gonna see horizontal and vertical sensitivity. These are the only out of these initial settings. The button layout is to your own preference, but I prefer default. That's the way I've always played. So I've carried on from default throughout the years. I always played default, and that's what I got good at playing. So I didn't want to start playing a different way, because I thought about it like there's no way it could help, and I don't ever want to change. I want to play the default way. So vibration, basically you want to have that disabled, because it uses more battery in your controller, and it's also a big distraction, I think, during in-game. The way that you think about it is around the vibrating, and it's just kind of like, I used to be a vibrator player, and now I'm I disabled vibration because of the sole reason that I think that it takes away from your headset when you're listening to footsteps and things like that, and when you're shooting. Like the vibration is another element that you weigh in your mind, and you start to evaluate this vibrating, and there's no reason for that. It should just be shooting, and it's just another thing that's going to be on your mind. It's bad on battery, and charging your battery. You could charge that controller, go do something else, and what you go and do can get you completely turned off to the game forever, and you might never play again because you had to, your controller didn't have any battery. So something like that, guys. I don't know. I play with vibration off, personal preference. But anyways, those are the main settings that I would do. Also in Warzone, you want to have music volume all the way down, because there's these little songs that come up at parts in the game, and it's really gonna bother you. Like you'll be trying to listen to footsteps, and this crazy music will come on, and yes, it's very cool and it's very nice, although for a more serious player, you want to have music all the way down, so like that you don't hear these musical tracks playing when you're trying to focus on kills and footsteps and things of that nature. Also, if you're in game chat playing crossplay, you want to have microphone volume all the way up and voice chat volume all the way up, or to your personal preference. You can kind of find a good spot. I think 130, about maybe 160, 170 is going to be how about 180 is going to be a good area to have it in, because you don't want to have the voice chat over your gameplay, because that's going to take away from footsteps. They're going to be talking, so you want to make it a little bit under, but to where you could still listen. That's what I think. Okay, guys, so this has been Spidey. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Personal preference is the #1 key, although there are some things that I really suggest you take with you, such as the mini-map shape and the world motion blur, everything else, and the music. So it's going to be the world motion blur, the weapon motion blur, the mini-map shape, and the music volume all the way down. Everything else is personal preference. I hope you have a great day, guys. you will be a better player with these settings adjusted to the way that I've shown you. Have a great day, and God bless. This has been Spidey or Benjamin.